welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching Nile Cruise with Nermeen Abdurrahman and myself, Mohammed Abdurrahim, and this very special episode focusing on tourism, that key vital industry here in Egypt. And now with the diversification of the new types of tourism, like health and wellness tourism, medical, along with cultural, recreational, conference tourism, and other sectors. The tourism industry is booming in Egypt, and we are going to know more about the state's efforts in boosting this key industry with our dear guest here, Mrs. Sanaa Abdel Raauf, and she's a marketing director and the regional marketing director in the hotel industry here in Egypt. A very good evening to you. Mrs. Sanaa, thank you for joining us.
Same to you.
Thank you. And so let us start by asking you first, how do you see the state's efforts, keenness on boosting this key industry, which creates jobs, brings in foreign currency, direct jobs and indirect jobs?
Currently, there is a great effort done by the government in order to increase number of tourists coming to the country in different ways, yani, in terms of visa, in terms of offering special airlines tickets to a different destination, and this has helped us a lot to increase number of tourists coming to Egypt, and accordingly increase number of jobs for working in the career for indirect and indirect way.
And first, thank you very much for being with
Thank
us,
you.
of course, ma'am. And if you please, I'd like also to speak more about the ways or the strategies applied by hotels to attract more tourists or more guests. I mean, it's a very tough market. Competitiveness here is a key word. What you would do to attract more visitors?
You are totally right. It's really very competitive marketing, and it's very challenging for all hotels. But right now, with new regulation applied by hotels, especially after Corona, to increase the safety and to increase the health assurance to all clients, I think this is one of the main measurement right now to increase number of tourists to hotels and to the country as well.
Yes, and speaking of the competitiveness of the industry, through adopting different strategies like offering a more genuine experience with the home-like environment, spacious rooms, fully equipped kitchens, wireless connections, and so on, there is a need to to do more in this part to attract more customers. So I wanted to ask you, how far or how difficult or easy is it to attract more customers and to find new ways to attract more customers nowadays?
It's not easy and it's not difficult at the same time, because Egypt right now, as you said in the beginning of the interview, has a great diversification in terms of tourists coming for different reasons. Right now we have a great opportunity for tourists coming for business, people coming for business, especially for conferences, international conferences held in Egypt for an annual calendar. So this is a totally different and very important part of people coming to Egypt right now. Plus people coming for normal classic trips and for beaches. So Egypt has a lot of opportunities to increase number of guests, and I think this will dramatically increase during the coming 5 years.
And there is all the time new horizons, I mean new fields. For example, I heard something, I don't know if this can be applicable here in Egypt or no, wedding tourism. Wedding tourism, for me, it was brand new, and it was the very first time for me to read that or to know that there are special places or special destinations worldwide depending even on wedding tourism in particular times in a year, I mean seasonally.
Yes.
Is it true? And
Yes.
can we open this field or
Yes.
invade this horizon?
Thank you for asking. This is, by the way, it's not new. It's, I think, since 5 or 6 years, special nationalities prefer to do their weddings in Egypt, especially Indians, rich people in India, Sudanese, Some of Syrian people are coming as well right now, yani, for the time being. So it's a great part to get business to the country because they are coming and getting charter flights, hotels fully booked. So they are really doing a great business for wedding. Wedding is one of the main sector for the tourism.
Okay. You mentioned earlier how you really believe in conference tourism and that this helps the hotel industry. So how do you evaluate the role of hotels during major conferences that Egypt hosts? And we usually hear that bookings are 100%, especially when a big conference is in Sharm el-Sheikh, for instance, the City of Peace. So how do you evaluate the role of hotels during a big
I
conference
think
that
it's a
Egypt
major
hosts?
role because it's a very essential part of the guest experience to stay in a good hotel and to have by the end a good experience with the hotel. And I think this has been proven, especially during COP27. Hotels doing a very good job in Sharm el-Sheikh, and they could accommodate all this number of people. So in the same time in the same city. So this is a big challenge. يعني. But they already did it. Hotels are really a big part from any conference because this is, I think, one of the main experience and essential experience guests leaving the country with.
And it was a practical proof on the ground. Simply, we did it.
Yes.
Let me talk also about social media and about the initiatives which were launched by the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, and the role of these initiatives and the role of social media. Because nowadays, when you talk about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, you should speak about something which is really that important and should play a very positive role in promoting Egypt.
Social media is a great part of marketing to any country, especially to millennials, because young people are very connected to social media platforms. So this is one of the major tools a country should use in a very right and fast way. Hotels are doing so. All hotels, they already have profiles for social media platforms, and they're usually very effective in answering all inquiries coming through social media. All of us know right now the importance of social media, especially for all people and especially for young people. And this is the main target for hotels right now.
Right. And Mrs. Sanaa, now from your point of view, how can we attract new markets and open new markets to the already existing ones that we have? Could you talk to us about the map that we already have now, the existing map, and what new markets you think we could attract in the near and midterm?
Right now, I think Egypt is one of the main destination for different countries, like American, European people in different countries are coming, especially to Egypt for beaches and for classic business. I think if we are trying to attract more business, should come mainly from different countries from Far East. And I think running a direct flight to these countries will help a lot to get more tourists, because airline ticket right now is is a great part of the package you are selling to the tourist, and it's very high. So if you have direct flight through a national Egypt Air or national courier, yes, this will help a lot to attract more business to the country.
You mentioned India and you mentioned South Asia, and this was my coming question, because when I'm speaking about even China alone beside India, I speak about billions of people. So this should be a very rich market. What we can do to attract those two nationalities in a specific cause? If we do invade this market, I think it's going to be a win-win situation, and it's going to be for the best interest of our tourism sector.
Yes, we are doing right now. We have Indian clients coming to Egypt and Chinese as well, but the problem is that we are not attracting the right client. We are attracting people coming with very low package, and I think this is not good to the destination. If we would like to get more business, we should attract a different type of client. people coming for wedding. This is means they are rich, they can afford paying for high-end packages, and this is the right client Egypt should attract.
Are we past the tough times of Corona, the COVID-19 pandemic? I
Very
mean,
tough times.
yeah. Is it total? Are we totally past
Recovered,
this?
yes,
Totally recovered.
yes, totally recovered.
Okay, good. Very good to hear. Now, how do you see the cooperation between the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities and the private sector in the hotel business in Egypt nowadays?
They are doing a very good job. They are trying to assist the hotels in terms of exhibitions outside Egypt, same like Fitur, ITB. They are preparing a special meeting plan for hotels and for different local travel agents. So they are really doing a very good job for the time being.
Mrs. Sanaa, you were speaking about the wrong type of people, the right type of, or I'm not going to say sects, but I want to also, or categories, I want to also speak about the age categories. The age category, in my humble opinion, it's a very important
Sure.
factor. So, because what's suitable for youth is not suitable for the old people, is not suitable for new couples, for example. What do you do, or how do you study this issue, the age category, to be able to fulfill the needs of all? I mean, to be attractive for all ages, for all age categories, and from all nationalities too.
We are doing a very good plan, especially for GCC, because GCC, they have different type of clientele. You have families, you have people coming alone, you have millennials. So we are doing different plans to attract all type of clientele. We are offering special family amenities, special plan to go to the shopping areas to young people. So we are right now doing a very good job in terms of GCC, and we are trying to do more for European as well.
Could you tell us, we talked earlier about the diversity that Egypt's tourism has. Could you tell us what sectors you believe have great potential for a boom, and what sectors you think we should focus on in today?
You mean countries or?
No, I mean the sectors like the leisure tourism, cultural tourism, religious tourism.
Culture tourism. It has a great potential, especially in winter. All European and American people prefer to spend their vacation in Egypt, especially for long vacation, including Egypt, Jordan, and it was Syria before. So we have a very good attraction for winter, and as well a conference. Conference is one of great parts right now. So tourism and conference has a great role in terms of number of people coming to Egypt.
Amen to that, and we hope that Syria is going to regain its position once again in the
Hopefully,
Middle East.
inshallah, soon.
Inshallah. Also, you mentioned winter, and of course, there is a global economic crisis regarding what's going on these days, and with the Ukrainian-Russian issue, and with the energy crisis. I think there was an initiative about enjoy the warmth of Egypt, enjoy the sun of Egypt. This can be another challenge, and in the same time, another, as I'm always saying, win-win situation. For all our visitors or our guests to come and to enjoy their time, and for us to prove that we can be their perfect destination or their perfect choice as a touristic destination in the Middle East. True? If you want to elaborate on that, I mean.
True. I think Egypt right now is one of the perfect destinations, especially that it's affordable destination. Especially, I know the crisis happen is a worldwide crisis, and this is affect all European. But right now we are very affordable for them. So if you would like to spend a week and to enjoy the sun and enjoy a very good weather in Egypt, I think this is the perfect time to do it.
And how do you read the idea? You mentioned you really believe in conference tourism. What about sports tourism? And Egypt has been hosting a number of big events, international and regional. What do you think sports tourism can do to boost the industry?
It's a very good booming sector during the coming years. Right now we have a very good places for sports, and we are already doing national championships. And we had the cycle championships last year, and we will have coming year as well in March. So I think it's a great opportunity as well to attract the young people for the sports especially.
The squash competitions or squash tournaments which took place here in Egypt,
Yes.
all over Egypt to be
Yes.
accurate, they were really amazing. And the one which was just beside the Museum of Civilization was really great. And I
Yes.
think everyone who went there even for once is going to return back to his country as an ambassador to propagate for Egypt.
For sure.
And to what extent it was lovely days. If you permit me to return back to propaganda, to promoting Egypt, to the hospitality industry, what are the most important new issues or new things which we can say that we opened new gates? What we are doing to promote Egypt more?
I think one of the main booming sector in tourism would be the health. People coming for health tourism. I think will be one of the main coming because we are already very well known for leisure. We're already very well known for conferences right now, especially after our successful experience in COP. So I think health tourism would be one of the best, and sports as well.
Right. And we saw an attempt to mix types of tourism together, like for instance, when we saw museums being inaugurated
Yes,
in Sharm el
the
Sheikh
Grand
or in
Museum as
Hurghada.
well.
Yeah. How do you like this idea, and what do you think about the opening of new museums, the renovation of old ones? What do you think about these efforts?
It's really very beneficial to the country because the classic tourism is one of the main sector, and it's directly connected to museums. So the Grand Museum, I think will be all people around the world would like to come and see it. Yani. We have a very good propaganda for the grand opening as well. So I think will be one of the main potential opportunities during this year.
So you have a plan from now how you are going to use this perfect timing, and how you are going to be introducing all the time maybe surprises and packages for our guests who are going to come to enjoy
No,
this
sure.
perfect trip to witness the inauguration of the gem or the Grand Egyptian Museum.
Sure, and it's not only the opening, it will be the opening and how you will continue during the coming period, because I think this will attract a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Well, we hope that this is going to be such surprising to the whole world, and I think after the Mummies Parade, we proved to the whole world that we can attract the attention of the whole world. Well, we were very much delighted to have with us Mrs. Sanaa Abdel, Regional Director of Marketing at the hotel. Thank you very much. And,
thank you very much.
We wish you the best of luck. We are going to leave you with a promise to see you again in more episodes of our program.
Sure. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure meeting you today. Thank you.